How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and welcome back to another NBA 2K26 MyNBA video. We're back here with the Minnesota Timberwolves, our second to last Western Conference team. So, yeah, they made the conference finals last season. Couldn't quite get over the hump to get to the finals this season. But that's okay. We're going to try to see if we can get them to the finals in this video. Leave a like, subscribe, enjoy the content, comment down below some of my videos. Get our socials, play the second channel and main channel down below in the description, as well as the rules in case you like other content from me, TJP. Also, speaking of those rules, we have 5 seasons. Injuries will be on. It's not meant to be realistic. If I say a name wrong, I apologize in advance. It's a video game at the end of the day. Don't take these videos too seriously. We're just having some fun and bag on 2K. With that all being said, let's get on to the gameplay. So, here we go. We've got the roster for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley, Dante DiVincenzo, Robert Dillingham, and then Bones Highland with Tristan Newton there. Edwards, Terrence Shannon Jr., and Johnny Juzang at shooting guard. Small forwards, Jaden McDaniels, Joe Ingles, and Jalen Clark. Randall and Miller at the power forwards. With Gobert, Naz Reid, Behringer going to be at the center spots. We also have Freeman and Rocco Sikarsky. So it's not bad. This team could be pretty competitive this season. Of course, Mike Conley getting up there in age. I mean, the biggest guys I want to keep around probably Edwards, McDaniels, maybe Randall as well. And Naz Reid, all those other guys. Everybody else kind of opened up for interpretation of whether we want to move them or not. But for now, 4-star under Chris Finch. Let's take a look at the trades because I want to look at the picks here. We don't have many. A swap, second, so we have a first 2020 and 2030. So there's really not a lot of draft capital. So we're really banking on Edwards to be that guy, and he is pretty good. So, can we find another really good player to pair him up with? I think we can. The question is who, what, where, when, why, and how. But for now, I like the team going into this season. For now, I'm not going to make any trades. Maybe at the deadline, we'll look to move some of our guys. Do we have enough guys? 3, 5, 8. Yep, we do. All right. Like I said, I'll look to make some trades at the trade deadline. For now, we're just going to simulate it, see how the Timberwolves do. We should be one of the top seeds in the Western Conference. So, let's get to it. All right, we're in the Cup in our first season. You can see we're 22-4 right now. We have the Hawks. We're going to sim with Simcast, see if we win an NBA Cup in our first season here. First quarter goes to us. Good first quarter. Can we have a good second quarter? We do have a good second quarter. Third quarter, not that great. But it looks like we're going to win the Cup in our first season. So that's a nice step in the right direction. 44 seconds to go. We're up 17. Let's hop on in and claim an NBA Cup in season number 1. Okay, so with 44.1 seconds to go, we're up 17. Like I said, looks like we're going to get that NBA Cup this season. Naz Reid gives it to Conley. Conley dribbling calmly. Passes it to Randall. Randall working. Gets doubled. Throws it out. Naz Reid. Kind of a wild pass. Doesn't really matter, though. We're going to win this game. Edwards is going to get the ball. Probably going to shoot it. He does, and rims out. That's okay. So we're going to win this basketball game fairly easily, get ourselves an NBA Cup in season number 1. Riche hits the 3. But that'll do it. Up 14. No foul. That's all she wrote. So we're just going to dribble it out. So not a bad first season of NBA Cup action for your Timberwolves. We get the job done. It's something. It's a step in the right direction. As you can see, we're getting our team used to playing meaningful basketball games, and have Edwards with the MVP. Very nice stuff. All right. So let's advance on. I assume Anthony Edwards is going to be finals NBA Cup MVP. Hey, this time it's not glitched. Sometimes these stats are glitched, I think. So Edwards gets it. Big numbers from him. Very gaudy. Very gaudy. Trade deadline, we're sitting at 45-7. Those are some great win-loss records and ratios. I love that. Anthony Edwards having a big season, averaging 35.9 points per game. Randall's been solid as a second option. We got 4 guys in double digits. We've been healthy, which is good to see. You've got your rebound leaders. You can see Gobert's going to be up there. Naz Reid, Julius Randle. Even Anthony Edwards is up there too. In terms of assists, Conley 6.3. 5.2 from Edwards, Randall 4.2. In terms of steals, we got 4 guys least to steal. Block shot leaders, I see 2 block shots from Gobert. Naz Reid 1.2 on the block shots. Field goal percentage, you can see who that favors. It favors these guys right here. So Edwards technically has the best field goal percentage because he's played the most out of the guys there. And you can see 3-point percentage. Same thing from Edwards. He's having a really good season. He's also my best free throw shooter, it looks like, too. He's doing everything. So shout out to him. All right. As for anybody here that we might want to move, we'll take a look. I do want to see if contract extensions, if anybody's here willing to re-sign. DiVincenzo is, and I don't mind keeping him on a discount for $3.75 million for now. Why not? Keep him on the team. Looks good to me, so I'm just going to adjust my seat. The team's doing their thing. You can see there, the team stats. Looks good. I want to see if there's any way we could maybe move a couple of these guys at the bottom of the rotation, try to add some more talent or picks. So we'll see what's out there in the market for us and try to see if we can, improve the depth of the team and get ourselves maybe a couple of picks or some better role players. I'll do this deal with the Nuggets to get Tim Hardaway Jr. for Highland and Ingles. Tim Hardaway Jr. We're going to add him to the rotation. I'll do this deal with the Pistons, get a lottery protected first and a second-round pick swap for Johnny Juzang, so that's cool, and a trade exception. That does allow me to sign a couple of players, so I'll add a small forward and a power forward to our team, so any small forwards out there we could sign. There's really nobody there that's crazy good, but we'll take Trey Lyles for the power forward position, and then for the small forward spot, I think I'll go with Cody Martin. And that is, I mean, it's not match depth, but we get an extra pick. So it works for me. Those guys probably weren't going to keep around anyway. We're on that 9-man. We actually have DiVincenzo starting. Robert Donaham's getting minutes, which is nice. I like that for our team. And again, I want to see him develop. He's going to get better throughout the video too. So that's somebody we want to keep around potentially. So I'm cool with it. Let's see him at the rest of the season. We should be one of the better teams in the Western Conference. We're already 45-7, so we should win 60+ games, you would think. I've already extended some guys, and we look good for the rest of the season. Let's stay healthy and see what we can do this year. Anthony Edwards, MVP season. Woo! Very nice year from Anthony Edwards. Averaged 35 a game, 5.8 rebounds, 5.1 assists. Great efficiency. So shout out to Anthony Edwards. Cooper Flag, Rookie of the Year, 6 Man of the Year was Naz Reid. Off the bench. Look at the numbers he put up, so good for him. So we got MVP, 6 Man of the Year, Defensive Evan Mobley, Most Improved. Mias Keita, Kevin Durant, Clutch for the Year, Coach was Chris Finch, our coach, and executive was Philip Foster. And Anthony Edwards, NBA Cup MVP. So we had a really good season. NBA first team, of course. We got AE, no one on second, and no one on third. Defensive first team, we have Rudy Gobert, of course. Still doing his thing, so shout out to Rudy. Shout out to Rudy. Defensive second team, and then you got your rookie first and second. All right, so 68-14 for the best team in the Western Conference, probably the best team in the NBA this season. So hopefully we can stay healthy. It looks like Mike Conley was dealing with a little bit of something, but he should be okay. He's not really getting much minutes as he was before, obviously, so that's fine. Relying on our other players. 5 guys in double digits in terms of rebounding. Rudy Gobert up there, Naz Reid, Julius Randle. That's good stuff there in terms of assist facilitation. You can see there the assist leaders. Steals leaders, 3 guys least a steal. You get your block shot leaders. You can see Gobert, 2 block shots, gained 1.3 from Naz Reid. Field goal percentage favors Edwards as the top guy. Then you got your 3-point percentage. You can see there. Then you can't forget about free throw shooting. Guys that are knocking it down from the charity stripe. Very nice. So we're going to go on to see who wins the play-in. It'll be the Spurs. Spurs are not an easy matchup, but we'll try to see if we beat them here before they become potent. I mean, they're very potent, but they don't have Victor. Fox, Castle, Devin Vassell, Jeremy Sohan, Luke Cornett starting. So there you have it. No Victor Wembanyama, so this should be a pretty easy series for us. So we win game 1. Win game 2. Can we win game 3? Yup, that's sweet. Okay, they get a game. All right, win in 5. Second round, Los Angeles Clippers. James Harden, Bogdanovich. 2 Bogdanoviches. Bogdan and Bojan. Bojan. I said Bojan. Bojan and Bogdan. And then we've got Leonard, Zubac, got John Collins, Brook Lopez, Chris Paul. All right, interesting team. Chris Dunn's out for them. Do we have any injuries? We do. Tim Hardaway Jr. is out with broken right foot. So he's out for the season. That's unfortunate. So we're going to miss him scoring off the bench. We do win game 1 by 6. Can we win game 2? Yes, we can. Can we win game 3? Yes, we can. Can we sweep? No, we can't. Can we win in 5? Yes, we can. And we will be taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, and Najee Marshall, D'Angelo Russell. Okay. So we're back in the conference finals. If you count real life, 3rd straight season. But we're not counting real life. So, I mean, we'll see what happens against Mavericks. Game 1, we lose. Okay. And now we don't have DiVincenzo. So the injury's starting to pile up a little bit. DiVincenzo pulled over back muscle. Let's see if we can maybe win game 2 here. No, we can't, courtesy of 2K's SIMENGINE. Greatest dimension of all time. Super realistic. Alright, please win game 3. Okay, win game 3. Blowout fashion. Can we come back and win game 4? We can. Alright, we tied up the series. DiVincenzo's back. We got a big game 5 here. Can we go up 3-2? We can. Alright, big game 5 victory. I'd like to win game 6 and avoid a game 7. And we do. Alright, we're in the NBA Finals in our first season. Anthony Edwards was the Western Conference Finals MVP. The Eastern Conference Finals MVP was Karl-Anthony Towns. Should be a fun matchup. The Knicks are no joke, especially in Season 1. 2K loves the Knicks in Season 1. Obviously, without Tim Hardaway, we're going to be a little bit, it's going to be a little bit challenging. But we'll see. Now, they don't have Josh Hart. They have Brunson, Bridges, OG, Abseli, Cat, Robinson, Clarkson. So, I guess they're a little bit thinner without Josh Hart. Okay. Should be a fun matchup. We'll see if we can beat them. Game 1, we take the victory by 8 points. That's a good start. See if we can win game 2. We do. We got 2-0 on the New York Knicks. If we win game 3, that would be huge. And we don't. Alright, get blown out. Try to win game 4 here. We do. We're up 3-1. Alright. Got a chance to win it. Game 5 at home. Let's see if we can win on our home court here. First quarter goes to the Knicks. Good second quarter. Really good second quarter. Oh, yeah. We're going to win the finals in our first season. There you go. NBA Cup and NBA Championship in season number 1 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. All right, with 28 seconds, let's hop on in. We're up 24. All right, let's hop in and watch this celebration here. So, good first season for us. I mean, I got to give us credit where credit's due. We got the job done. Took the most of our opportunity here in season number 1. Edwards to Naz Reid. Naz Reid fades away and misses. That's not a big deal, though. Brutt's dealing with an ailment as well now. And it doesn't really matter because we ended up winning. There you have it. So, already, NBA Cup and NBA Championship in Season 1, but we still have 4 more seasons to go. We're going to try to see if we win some more. As we get the job done in 5 games. We win it on our home court in front of these Timberwolves fans. You know what? Maybe the Timberwolves could win it. They have a chance. I mean, they'll be in the mix in the Western. Western Conference is going to be tough, though, but OKC, I got them. You know, Denver's going to be there. You know, Minnesota will be there. Houston could be there, maybe. It's going to be a little bit tougher, though, because we don't know what the point guard's going to be without Fred VanVleet, but maybe one of those guys makes a jump. You've got Dallas, who's a wild card. I mean, I don't have Kyrie, but when they're fully healthy, they could be dangerous, but that's the problem is health-wise. Also, Cooper Flagg is a wild card. It's a lot of good teams. I mean, Clippers are still there, but they're lower on the totem pole. Same thing with the Lakers, lower on the totem pole. But, you know, Timberwolves, right in the thick of things. You got Anthony Edwards there with the trophy and the Finals MVP, of course. Very nice stuff. And, yeah, let's take a look here and see the playoff stats. Edwards had a big final series. Good for him. So getting it done in Season 1 takes off a lot of the pressure off me, so that's good. Try to win at least one. But we're going to try to win another one if we can. You can see there how the boys played. Obviously, we didn't have Tim Hardaway for the most part. And we traded for him. DiVincenzo. Lyles was a good pickup signing. Helped us a little bit. All right, let's head on to the offseason. So the draft lottery won't really matter for us because we don't have a pick in the lottery at all. We have the 25th pick. It was a swap. We could pick 25. Okay. Not going to be too useful for us. As for who we have on the rest of our roster that we could maybe move. Did Mike Conley retire? He did not. Okay. Interesting. Let's see if there's anybody else here that maybe want to move. Yeah, there's a couple guys here that maybe we could trade. Maybe try to trade up in the draft. All right, pick 9 from the Raptors. Trade away Behringer. Pick 25 at 3 seconds to get pick 9. So I'm cool with that. We're gonna go to the NBA draft with pick 9. We'll sim to the user pick and choose a prospect. I'm gonna go with Chris Sadak Jr. I think that's a nice. I mean, we straight away one of our centers, so we'll draft it right back, and that will conclude that draft there pretty easily. Rookie signings, of course, Chris Sadak Jr. will be signed. I'm going to decline Miller. I agree with that. I guess we can keep Terrence Shannon Jr. I'll probably move him. And then Robert Dillingham. Yeah, why not? All right. Qualifying offers. Rocco, no. Jalen Clark. I'm going to also say no. But we can maybe get him back if we need to. All right. As for what I want to do here, first things first, let's see if we can get anything for Terrence Shannon Jr. We can get some picks. That would be what I want, without having to give up our own picks. Guess we could do that deal with the Hornets. We could do this deal with the Wizards. I can give the lottery protected, and we get an unprotected 2029 first, and then a swap best with the Celtics. I'll do that deal. I think that makes sense instead of the lottery protected one. So that does not leave. That leaves us now with no picks in 2028. Except for our own. Then we have the Bucks, Wizards, 2029, 2030. So no picks next year. But that's fine. All right, let's try to see if we can add some more depth pieces going into season number 2, and then see what happens from there. All right, so here's the team for season number 2 right now. We've got Edwards, Randall, Jaden McDaniels. We still have Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid, Robert Dillingham, making a big jump. Dante DiVincenzo, Ayo Dosunmu we picked up. Chris Sadak Jr., Kevin Huerter, Harrison Barnes, Aaron Wiggins, Mike Conley re-signed him because why not? Bogdanovich, Luke Kennard as well. All right. I mean, that's going to be the team going into season number 2 for now. Let's see what ends up happening and take it from there. All right, so let's look at the roster for season 2. I mean, the team looks pretty solid on paper. Robert Dillingham's going to be the point guard with Dante DiVincenzo and Mike Conley. Shooting guards, Edwards, Bogdanovich, and Kennard. Small forwards, you've got McDaniels, Ayo Dosunmu, and Kevin Huerter. Power forwards, Julius Randle, Harrison Barnes, and Aaron Wiggins. And then centers, Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid, and Chris Sadak Jr. Okay, I mean, it's not terrible. I'm curious to see what Rudy Gobert's value is. If I wanted to move him. I mean, Steele isn't terrible. The Nuggets. Jordan Poole. Quickly and Stewart from the Pistons. If I give up DiVincenzo as well. That's not horrible. For now, I'll hold off. Okay. He's got a player option, so if he accepts it next season, which he probably will, then I will definitely move him for sure. For $38 million, yeah, I gotta. And then we could just let Naz Reid be the starter. All right, I don't mind it. Let's take a look at the system proficiency. We are a 4-star under Chris Finch, 7 seconds. That's what we'll run. Works for me. In terms of the rotation, game plan, that's going to be the starting lineup. And you get your bench right here. So overall, not terrible. I mean, I think it's a pretty cool team. I could run a 10-man. I think I'm going to run a 10-man. So we can get Chris Sadak Jr. some minutes. So we'll do exactly that. And that's works for me. All right. Let's sim it and see how this team does in season number 2. We should be one of the top seeds in the Western Conference and hopefully compete for another championship. The Knicks win the NBA Cup and Cat gets the NBA Cup MVP. 36-14 to the deadline. We're currently sitting at the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. Mavericks are kind of on our tail, though. Let's take a look at the season stats so far. Edwards is hurt with a ruptured left Achilles. No. That's not what I needed, 2K. Why is it that when I have Edwards, he gets hurt? Why? Randall's, I guess, stepping up. Dillingham's been stepping up, too. Okay. Just kind of looking at the rest of the team here. I mean, it's unfortunate that we had to have that injury there. Rebound leaders, Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid. Randall, in terms of assists, it's Robert Dillingham leading the way, 5.7. Steals per game, you see the steal leaders, and then block shot leaders. So hopefully we could just stay afloat without Edwards. It's going to be difficult. I am going to try to trade for a couple of our bottom players for maybe different guys to improve the depth a little bit while Edwards is gone. Or get picks, one or the other. You got your field goal percentage, three-point percentage, and free throw percentage right here. I mean, like I said, it's unfortunate, but hopefully he comes back by playoffs. And I mean, we've put up some good numbers, and we're having a good record so far. So maybe we could, like I say, still stay afloat and be one of the top seeds in the Western Conference. But it's certainly not going to be easy without our best player. Here, see what we can get for Mike Conley. I mean, you can get Bol, which isn't bad. With Cleveland, I'll do that. I'll get Bol. I don't know if that makes us much better, but helps a little bit. It means I can move Wiggins, and maybe I can get a point guard. Or I can get a first-round pick from the Spurs. I'll probably just do the Spurs one since I get the point guard. I also could just do this with the Lakers and get Brandon Boston Jr. Trade away Bogdanovich and Aaron Wiggins. I'll do that instead. Get a player. Okay. And then I guess Barnes. See what we can get for him. I can get Precious Achua. I think you just have to give it Luke Kennard. I'll do that. And then that, I think, is all she wrote. So we get an extra first-round pick. I'm just going to pick up another point guard and shooting guard in free agency. So free agents, any good point guards out there? I mean, Cole Anthony is a good one, but I can't afford him, unfortunately. I got to sign someone on the minimum. I guess Delano Banton could work. And then we'll go over shooting guards. Ben Shepherd would be nice, but I don't think I can get him. So we'll go Jordan Clarkson on a minimum. So that'll be the team for the rest of the season. I mean, we got ourselves an extra first-round pick. But again, without Edwards, it's going to be a little bit challenging. We'll try our best to stay afloat in the Western Conference, be one of the top seeds, and hopefully by April we're fully healthy and have a chance to compete for another championship this year. Jokic gets the MVP. Peterson, Rookie of the Year. AJ was Sixth Man of the Year defenseman is Victor. Most improved Robert Dillingham. That's cool to see. So he became the most improved player this season. Good for him. Good numbers. Very good numbers. So he's starting to come into his own a little bit. I guess we'll just go this way. Coach of the Clutch Player of the Year, Devin Booker. Coach of the Year is Chris Finch. Executive of the Year is Philip Foster. Both of our guys. We ended up with the number 1 seed. So that's cool. I'll take it. There's your NBA first team. Second. Third. Obviously, no Timberwolves because Anthony Edwards missed too much time. No one on the defensive team. Rookie team. Nobody. But I'll take being the number 1 seed. 59 and 23. And are we fully healthy? That is still no. But Anthony Edwards will be back by the playoffs once that starts. So that's okay. That's better for us. So he will be at least back in the rotation sooner rather than later. So that'll certainly help us out. I mean, I guess we were able to fill in while he was gone and still be competitive. So, I mean, I can't be mad at it. You got your points, rebounds, and assists. Right here, you can see the leaders in that department. You got your steals per game. You can see the steal leaders. 4 guys leads to steal. Got your block shot leaders. 2 guys leads to block shot. In terms of field goal percentage, you can see the efficient scoring from the guys. So, field goal percentage. 3-point percentage, and free throw percentage as well. Can't forget it. Very nice. All right. Let's sim the play-in and see if we have a fully healthy Anthony Edwards now. Not quite yet, but he's day-to-day, so hopefully he comes back soon. We do have the Rockets, Reed Shepard, Amen Thompson, KD still there, Tari Eason, Alfred Shagun, got AJ DeMantis off the bench, Fred VanVleet. All right. Bryce Smith Jr. is out right now. And we win game 1. And Edwards is back, so that's great. Game 2. We win. Can we win game 3? Yes. Can we sweep? No. Can we win in 5? Yes. All right. Win in 5. 7th round. Got round 2 against the San Antonio Spurs. Fox, Castle, Devin Vassell, Jeremy Simon, Victor's healthy this year. Harper's better. Everybody's getting better, though. So that should be a fun one. Game 1 is a victory for us. Can we win Game 2? The answer is no. Alright, lose Game 2. Try to see if we win Game 3 here. We do go back up to 1 on the series. Can we make it 3-1? Yes. Can we win in 5? No. We can't. We can't win in 6, courtesy of 2K. Alright. So we gotta go to Game 7. Hate going to Game 7. Dallas is in the conference finals again. First quarter. Even. Bad second. Bad third. And bad fourth. We get blown out. Lose by 20. So can't win the finals. Lose in the second round. Shout out to 2K. Playoff stats. I mean, Edwards came back, did his best, but just wasn't enough. McDaniels is not happy. He's furious, so that's something we're going to have to monitor if he's not happy. All right. We're going to simulate it. We have a Spurs-Pacers finals, and Pacers take it in 7, and Tyrese Haliburton gets the finals MVP. Going to the offseason. All right, so the draft lottery, we don't have any lottery picks here. To my knowledge, we will have no picks this season. Okay, got it. All right, we're going to go to the draft. So I think, well, Rudy Gobert is a player option. I can't move him just yet. But, you know, we could look to make a move after the draft because I don't have any draft picks this season anyway, so it really doesn't matter. If I do it before the draft, we have our own picks. So I think let's just skim past the draft, skim past rookie signings, since we don't have anybody. Team player options. So Randall accepts, Rudy Gobert accepts, and Robert Dillingham, we're going to accept, obviously. And qualifying offers, nobody. And now, before we do any signings and stuff, let's see if there's anybody here that we can maybe move. All right, I just traded with the Atlanta Hawks for Zachary Richichet. So the transaction report, Precious Achiuwa, Jaden McDaniels, 2 first, second round pick, and Iota Sonmu for Zachary Richichet. It's a big pickup right there for us. I love it. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to trade find a Rudy Gobert and just try to flip him for, I don't even know what. Let's see, can we, I'm trying to think who I want to get. I mean, I could do the Nets, get their unprotected pick for Terrence Mann. And then if I could flip Terrence Mann, or it's not going to let me, it does let me. And I could do a Wizards. That Wizards one works. I think I'll probably just do the Wizards. Let's do the Wizards. 2030, and then we get a second round pick as well. So there we go. We free up some money, but I don't think it's enough to actually sign any free agents. But we do now have Zachary Richichet. That's a nice pick up there for us. He's going to develop and be a nice secondary scorer next to Anthony Edwards. We still have Randall. And also that frees up Reed to be the starting center. So let's fill out the rest of the team and then go on to the next season. All right, player progression. Edwards, Zachary Richichet, Julius Randle. We got Robert Dillingham, Naz Reid, Brandon Boston Jr. jumping up a little bit. Chris Snack Jr. jumping up. We got picked up Dylan Brooks, Santi Aldama. Don DiVincenzo still here. Also grabbed Josh Hart, because why not? Malik Beasley, Kevin Huerter, Fred VanVleet, and Draymond Green. Because you know what? A veteran on the team doesn't hurt to have. Edwards went down 2 overalls because of his stupid injury, which stinks. But all right, hopefully we can stay healthy this year. And yeah, if we can stay healthy, we can maybe compete in Season 3. That's the hope. See you once I'm there. Season 3, here's the team. It's Robert Dillingham with Don DiVincenzo and Fred VanVleet. Point guard, shooting guards, Edwards, Brandon Boston Jr., and Malik Beasley. Small forward, Zachary Richichet, Dylan Brooks, and Kevin Huerter. Power forwards being Julius Randle, Santi Aldama, and Josh Hart. And centers being Naz Reid, Chris Snack Jr., and Draymond Green. Not bad. I don't mind it. The system proficiency, we are at a 4-star under Chris Finch. And the game plan, you can see the rotation. It's looking exactly like this. I mean, it's pretty solid team. Can't be mad at it. Team looks good, the minutes look solid, and the guys look like they're going to play hard. So hopefully Zach Richichet can be a nice secondary option for Edwards. And hopefully he can stay healthy and we don't have any injuries. That's the hope. Let's get to simulating, see how this team does. I assume we'll be one of the top seeds in the Western Conference, but only time will tell as we simulate, so we'll leave it up to 2K. Jaylen Brown was the NBA Cup MVP as the Boston Celtics take it. All right, 37-12 at the deadline. Second in the West, only behind, you guessed it, the Dallas Mavericks. But we're having a good season, and you can see the stats here. Edwards is doing his thing, staying healthy, and having a good season. Obviously, the scoring's not going to be as high as this season, but because he's got a little more help on the scoring end. Zachary Shea, Julius Randle. Brandon Boston Jr. has been excellent for us. Shout out to him. Robert Dillon's missed a lot of time as well, which is unfortunate. But okay. I mean, I'm not mad at what I'm seeing here. In terms of rebounding numbers, it favors Naz Reid. You got Zachary Shea, Julius Randle up there. Chris Dak Jr. off the bench. In terms of assists, you see there the leaders. You've got your steals per game. I guess 2 guys since Fred VanVleet has played enough games. Neither is DiVincenzo or Dillingham. Block shot leaders. See who the leaders on that category are. Then you've got your field goal percentage, so the most efficient scorers. Okay, best 3-ball shooters here. All right, yeah, Brandon Boston Jr. has been excellent for us, so I want to keep him around, I guess. And then, of course, you have your free throw percentage as well for those that are knocking down their shots. Let's take a look at the contract extensions, shall we? So who's up for extensions? Well, you're not eligible, unfortunately, but I do want to keep you if you're going to play like that. Naz Reid, I guess I could sign him to a cheaper deal. Works for me. Okay. Probably a few guys here we can move. I'll probably end up moving some of these bottom guys. And then, yeah, I guess Randall's willing to re-sign. And he's willing to re-sign on a discount. So we'll give him $11 million for 4 years. Anthony Edwards is willing to re-sign as well. And we'll give him 45. I think 45 he'll accept. He does. All right, great. So he's happy to stay around. A little bit of a discount. All right, so Riche, obviously, he's going to be up for extension. We're going to try to re-sign him when he hits free agency. Same with Robert Dillingham. And obviously, going to re-sign Brandon Boston Jr., of course, so keep him around. But for now, let's see if there's anybody here we can move to try to get ourselves just a little bit more depth for the team. We'll just deal with the Knicks, get Dennis Schroeder for Draymond Green, and our first-round pick, which isn't really going to be that valuable anyway. I'll just deal with the Bucks, get a first-round pick, swap. So I have to give up a second-round pick and Fred VanVleet, which works for me. I'll do another trade with the Knicks here. Tristan Da Silva for Kevin Huerter and a trade exception. Works for me. I gotta fill out the roster. Get ourselves just another center to round out the team. So we'll go to free agents. Any centers that want to sign. I could sign our guy, Aiden Duramenko. But I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I'll probably just do Charles Bassey. And call it a day. Alright, so that is all we're going to do for this season in terms of moves. Definitely in the offseason, I'm probably going to move Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, some of those other guys. But for now, I think we just keep the team as is. Do we have any picks other than our... No, now we don't have any picks. We just have the Nets pick. We have 4 picks next year, though, which is cool. Some of them being protected, but fine with me. So let's get to simming and see if we can continue to win some basketball games. Try to win 60-plus games, and I don't know if we'll get the number 1 seed, though. I think the Mavericks have that in the bag because 2K loves them. All right, Jokic MVP, Stokes Rookie of the Year, 6th in there was DeJounte Murray, defensive was Victor, most improved Mikal Brown Jr. Anthony Simons averaged, oh my goodness, he averaged 30.5 points. Wow, that's kind of insane to see him average that much, but it's not really that surprising. Dude shoots a lot. His shot tennis would be gigantic, but good for him, I guess, for averaging over 30. Chris Finch, Coach of the Year, Philip Foster, Executive of the Year, Jaylen Brown there. So yeah, we ended up being the number 1 seed. We have done the impossible. Anthony Edwards, All-NBA second team this year. Good numbers. Shout out to AE. And nobody else. You have your defensive first and second. Rookie first and second. We were the number 1 seed. We ended up beating up Dallas and beat them by 3 games because we won a lot of our matchup against them, which is nice. Now, Brandon Boston Jr. fortunately is hurt. Severe left ankle sprain. But we ended up having 5 guys average double digits because Dillingham and Schroeder missed a lot of time. Or I guess when Schroeder came to our team, he didn't really play, I guess. So But he's there for depth, which is cool. You have your rebounding leaders, Naz Reid, Julius Randle, Zachary Shea. Okay. Had 5 guys average at least 5 rebounds. In terms of assists, okay, you can see Edwards technically. So Dillingham didn't play enough games. You have your steal leaders. So you can see who's stealing the ball from the opponent. Block shot leaders right here, for those that are curious. 2 guys used to block shot. You got your field goal percentage, so who was knocking down their shots from the court. And of course, the 3 ball, can't forget it. So he was knocking down their 3s. Then finally, you have your free throw percentage too. When guys get fouled and they shoot free throws, that's where they go. Alright, so we'll sim the plane. We have the Pelicans in round number 1. And that's going to be the rotation. So you obviously know Brandon Boston Jr., Pelicans, Peterson, Fears, Herb Jones, Zion Williamson, Missy, you got Queen, Jonathan Murray. Trey Murphy's out for them. We lose game 1 by 1 point. Alright. See if we can even up the series. We do. Okay, win by 7. Can we go up 2-1? Yes. Can we go up 3-1? Yes. Can we win in 5? No. Can't win in 5. Hopefully we can win in 6. We don't. Alright. Let's go to game 7. Sim with Simcast and see what happens. First quarter at home was bad. Second quarter at home was also bad. Third quarter at home, better. And nope, couldn't win it. Well, we couldn't even get to the second round of the playoffs. That's just great. Shout out to 2K for us losing to an 8 seed, because that makes sense. Dillingham gets hurt in the final game of the season. That's really unfortunate. Okay. Not quite the season I was looking for there in the postseason, but alright. Now I only have 2 more chances. The Pelicans ended up going to the conference finals. We have the Suns and the Pacers. And the Suns take it. Devin Booker, finals MVP. Interesting season there for sure. So 2 more seasons to go. We're going to our 3rd off season. Let's try to see if we improve the team, because apparently we need to. Draft lottery, we don't have any picks. There's really no point in me watching this. Traded with all of our picks, so we don't have anything. As for who we want to move on from, I mean, I got a couple guys in mind. I mean, we could try to trade for a pick. We actually have cap space, too, to trade for a player, which we should use to our advantage, and then, obviously, try to re-sign, like, Zachary Shea, Robert Dillingham, and all those other guys. So maybe that's the move. Let's see if there's anything out there that we can do to improve the team. Maybe we move Naz Reid as well. I mean, that's more salary that we could shed if need be, and that's a valuable piece. All right, I traded with the Houston Rockets for Alfred Sengun. So the Rockets gave me him. We gave them DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Naz Reid, and what was it? 1, 2, 4 picks? 3 picks. 3 picks. But they had protection, except for the Nets one. Didn't have protection on it. It was a pretty valuable one. So I had to give up that one. I'm trying to do without having to give it up. I mean, listen, we had a really good center in Alfred Sengun, which more around the age of Edwards. And then, like I said, we keep around Zachary Shea, keep around like Dillingham and all these other guys. Makes sense to me. So, the NBA draft, we just simmed to the end because we don't have a pick. I don't know why I even joined it, but I did. Team player options, yep, Chris Knack Jr., we're going to accept. And qualifying offers, yes. Don't need to for him. But yeah, these guys, yeah. I mean, we're going to get them back. Moratorium. Let's just re-sign the guys that need to re-sign, and then take it from there. All right, so player progression. So we got Anthony Edwards back in the team, Zachary Shea, Alfred Sengun. I re-signed Robert Dillingham. The game almost cheesed me and said I couldn't sign him, but we got him. We still have Randall. I picked up Keyshawn George somehow on the mid-level. I mean, the Wizards just surprisingly didn't match. That's a big pickup right there for us. We also signed Chris Knack Jr., Brandon Boston Jr., brought him back on a minimum. Ayo Dosunmu back, Deuce McBride, Jared Vanderbilt, Kevin Porter Jr., Clint Capella, Kyle Kuzma, Dennis Schroeder round out the team. I like this team going into season number 4. Should be able to compete Once again, be one of the top seeds in Western Conference. Hopefully this year we can get back to the finals. That's my hope, because this team looks like it's primed to do so. All right, here we go. The roster for season number 4 is Robert Dillingham, Kevin Porter Jr., and Dennis Schroeder at the point guard. Shooting guards, Anthony Edwards, Brandon Boston Jr., and Miles McBride. Small forwards, Zachary Riche, Ayo Dosunmu, and Kyle Kuzma. Randall, George, and Vanderbilt. Power forward centers, Noon, Christian Jr., and Clint Capella. All right, so the system proficiency, we're a 3.5-star bounce under Pablo Prigioni, so I guess we promoted him. All right, I mean, it's not the best, but we'll take it. The rotation is looking exactly like this. That's what we're going with. Prigioni, that's fine. I mean, I don't mind it. I actually like the team a lot. Looks like it could be a good squad. Now, let's just say, for example, I wanted to, trade Anthony Edwards because I just was maybe tired of him. I'm not, though, but that's actually an interesting trade right there to get Jalen Green and Mikal Brown Jr. We get traded. I'm going to pick. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Not making a trade, though. I'm not doing that. All right, so that's going to be the team. So let's simulate it. See how this team does in season number 4. And we'll hopefully win a lot of games. Tyrese Halliburton and the Pacers win the NBA Cup. He gets the NBA Cup MVP. All right, we've underperformed. Only 28 and 27. We're not doing so well this season. Probably it's got to be injuries, obviously. I mean, there's no way we're just that bad. Randall's been out, so I guess you can blame it on that. He's out for the season. It really is. Yeah, honestly, nah, we are that bad. What the heck's going on? I mean, Edwards has been okay. I mean, Riche, Shingun, Dillingham, Christian Jr. I mean, I'm kind of surprised at how bad we are. I thought we'd be better, but we're not really doing so hot. Alfred Shingun, 10.2 rebounds, lead the team. 6 points from Christian Jr. Edwards and Riche, 4.8 a game. 4 assists, 4 rebounds from George. Just see the assist leaders right there. And the team's just been underperforming. Your steal leaders, block shot leaders right here, as you could see. And then you have your field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, and free throw percentage right here for us to observe. So field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, and then free throw percentage. Nice stuff. All right. So unfortunately, we haven't been as good as I'd want to be. There are some moves we could do here. Maybe move a couple of these guys like Capella. Can I get something for him? And get Robert Williams. I guess that's a slight upgrade, so we'll do that. With the Magic, I'll just have to give a 2nd-round pick. Dennis Schroeder, can I get him? Can I get something for him? I can get a 1st-round pick from the Spurs and a 2nd-round pick as well. I'll also do that with the Knicks, but it's top 3 protected. I'd rather have the unprotected, so I'll just do that, and then we'll sign a point guard in free agency. That's trade number 2. And then Kuzma. What can we get for you? I can get Ben Simmons, from the Pacers. I'll do that. So now I can just sign a small forward in free agency instead. So go to free agents and pick up a small forward. Isaac Okoro for the season. And there we have it. All right, so adjust the rotation. We'll see if that makes us a little bit better. Not sure if it will. We'll try. In terms of picks, we have that Bucks swap best and the Wizards. Those picks could maybe have some value, but also may not. I hope they do. Actually, the Wizards pick might have value because, they didn't sign George. So it's like, why? Well, no, it does not really have any value. Okay, never mind. I lied. All right, for now, we will simulate, I guess, the rest of this season. Alfred Shingun willing to re-sign, so that's good. We'll keep him $30 million. Everybody else is somewhat locked in. All right, on to the second half of the season we go. Hopefully we can claw our way back up the standings a little bit. Try to get ourselves around the 4 or 5 seed this year, if we're lucky. Jokic MVP, CJ Ross, Rookie of the Year, 6th man versus DeJounte Murray, Defensive Rated Victor, about to prove Caleb Holt, Clutch of the year was Darren Peterson. Executive was Chris Finch. Christopher Bell. Oh, wait, no. Coach of the year was Chris Finch. On the Hawks. He stunned me for the Hawks. No wonder. All right. Interesting. There's your All-NBA first team and second team and third team. We have Alvin Sengun on All-NBA third team. So good for him. All right. There's defensive first and second. Rookie first and second. All right. We ended up with the 6th seed. So 45 and 37. Not as great of a season as we've had, but it'll have to work out for us. Brandon Boss Jr. out now, left arm fracture. Randall, of course, still out for the season. I mean, there are the numbers. I mean, you can see not too bad from our guys. You have your rebounding leaders. And then you can't forget about assists. You can see the most assists on the team. Who has them and who doesn't. Steals per game. You can see the steal leaders. 3 guys least to steal. How's George feeling? Still heated. Okay. Block shot leaders. Looking like this. Then in terms of field goal percentage. Here's your field goal percentage. You've got your 3-point percentage. So you can see who's knocking down their threes. And then you can't forget about free throws. Important part of the game. Being able to knock down your free throws. Alright. Well, it's going to be an interesting matchup here. We have the Warriors 3 seed. Yep, they have Giannis. I was going to say, do they have Giannis? Hold on. Podzimski's there. PG Washington. Giannis. Sabonis. Cody Williams on the bench. Kuminga's still there. Jordan Poole's back on the team. It's funny. Okay. Alright, so that's going to be our starting lineup. So obviously no Randall, no Brandon Boston Jr. We lose game 1 by 6. Alright, can we win game 2? We do win game 2, so we get ourselves a game on the road. We defend home court, win game 3. We do. Alright. See if we can win game 4 here. Brandon Boston Jr. starting to feel a little better. We're up 3-1. Winning 5. Nope. Goon's dealing with something. Can we win in 6? Yes. Alright, win in 6. And we have the Spurs. Second round matchup. Trae Young is there now. Dylan Harper, Devin Vassell, Bearded, Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle. Whitmore's there. Alright, so they have a squad. I guess maybe the Hawks traded for De'Aaron Fox? No. I guess the Bulls traded for De'Aaron Fox. Yep. Okay. Cool. So, we'll see what happens here in the second round against the Spurs. Randall's still out. Brandon Boston Jr. is healthy, though, so that's cool. Do lose game 1, though. See if we win game 2. We don't. Alright. Game 3. We do get the victory at home. Game 4. We're down 3-1. So we got to win in game 5. And we do. Can we force a game 7? We don't. Alright, losing 6. Alright, that's unfortunate. There are the playoff stats. I mean, Edwards tried his best. Couldn't quite carry the team. Alright. So we've got some interesting developments here going on into the 5th and final season to see what we're going to do. Try to get this team to relevancy. Hawks, since well, they are relevant, but like we want to get ourselves back to a championship team if we can. Hawks get the championship, and Anthony Simons finals MVP. This dude is... What is this? Anthony Simons finals MVP. Like, what are we doing here? How is that even possible? I don't even understand. Okay. 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 Alright, 2K. Alright, so the draft lottery should be fun. We have the Milwaukee pick. Let's see what it ends up being. It ends up being 10th. We also have the 17th pick. Not the best, but I'll take it. Take what I can get. And as for what we're going to do now... well, I have to think about it, but there are some moves we can make here to try to improve the team. Trying to think what would be the best thing to go for. Probably get a better power forward. Maybe I'll move Randall and George. And a couple picks. See what we can get. Alright, I traded away Randall and George, as well as 2 future picks to the Grizzlies for Jaren Jackson Jr. So he'll be the new power forward for us. I still have pick 10, pick 17. Let's see if I can maybe trade up in the draft to get a higher draft pick. Can't move these other picks. I wonder what that Clippers pick value is. I don't know. But let's try to see if we can trade up, maybe get ourselves a higher pick, and then we'll go on to next season after we do the draft. Pick 7 from the Pacers. Works for me. Pick 10, pick 17. So we have pick 7. So 7 to the user pick here. And I don't know who to take here. I really don't. I guess could go Jan Serdan. Get Aiden Diggs. Tulsi? 6'5". Maybe go or Jan Serdan. I don't know. Cam Mercer or Gampier. I'll go Jan from Spain. That'll be the pick I make. So we'll sign him to the team. Rookie signings. We'll grab him. Team player options. Chris Knack Jr. will accept. And then that's it. Qualifying offers nobody. And then we're just going to fill out the rest of the roster with whoever is available for me to sign. So let's do it. All right. So we had a cool free agency here. Anthony Edwards, Zach Richey, Jaren Jackson Jr., which traded for. Alfred Dragoon, still have Robert Dillingham, Chris Knack Jr. I picked up Anthony Simons, the finals MVP, who loves to average extreme amounts of points. So I figured he'd come off the bench and score a ton. Kamara picked him up. Also picked up Desmond Bane, Chaz Lanier, Keldon Johnson, PJ Washington. You have Jan, who just drafted, Rollins, and I also signed Joel Embiid because why not? So that's going to be the team for the 5th and final season. Let's get to it and see if we can compete for a championship in the 5th and final season. All right, 5th and final season. Robert Dillingham, Anthony Simons, and Ryan Rollins. Point guard, shooting guards, Edwards, Desmond Bane, and Chaz Lanier. Small forward, Zach Richey, Hibara, and PJ. Power forwards, Triple J, Keldon Johnson, and Jan. With Shingun, Chris Knack Jr., and Joel Embiid. Dropping out the centers. So this is what we're going to start. Got a 10-man. I like it. And then the system proficiency. 4-star under Pablo Prigioni. Mr. Tiki Head. Can't trade that pick with the Clippers. Curious to see what that value of the pick is. I don't know what their team's looking like. Is their team even good? It's okay. It's alright. Curious. We'll keep tabs on it because I'm just curious to see what it would be. But let's simulate it. See how this team does. Hopefully, we'll be a top team in the Western Conference again. Suns win the NBA Cup, and Devin Booker was the Cup MVP. Deadline, 6th in the West. We're 1 game under 500, courtesy of 2K Sim Engine. Okay, the Clippers are actually better than us right now, somehow, some way. Team's really struggling for some odd reason. We've had some injuries, but it's really strange how the team just can't seem to compete. All right. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 guys in double digits on the scoring. All right. That's what we've got going on. Rebound leaders. Gubin 9.3, 8.5 from Chris Knack Jr. Edwards with 5. Okay. In terms of assists, a couple guys with 5. Gubin missed a lot of time, but I think he still is okay. As long as he doesn't get hurt again. 4.6 from Dillingham. Steals per game. 3 guys at least to steal so far. Block shot leaders. 2 guys at least to block shot. Field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, and free throw percentage right here. Looking like that. Again, you guys can slow it down, pause, take a look. More in depth. I'm just skimming through it. And then free throw percentage isn't too bad. I mean, you can see there the team stats as well. They don't show the free throw percentage though, but that's okay. Alright. Let's see if there's anybody. Is there anybody here that we would want to move? I mean, only Embiid, right? Derek White. I can get Derek White. It's not quite what I'm after. Embiid, can't trade the Clippers, can't trade the Spurs, can't trade ours. Embiid in 2 seconds? Could that get me a better center? Rocco Zakarsky. Yeah, I'll do that. The Mavericks. Okay. No offense to Embiid, but just not really that useful to have him. Zachary Shea is mad. What's he mad about? It's because he's not getting enough shots. Alright, let's simulate the rest of the season. We're 6th seed right now. Let's try to stay that way. Or go up. Hopefully go up. And yeah, I don't think we're going to get to the... Oh, we're 9 games back. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get to the top, but maybe we can get a top 4 seed. That'd be huge. So Victor MVP, AJ Williams, Rookie of the Year, 6th man of the year, Josh Giddey. Victor Defense Player of the Year, most improved, Omer Mayer. Peterson, Clutch Player of the Year. Coach of the Year was Chris Finch again. Aaron Phillips, Executive of the Year. Devin Booker, Cup MVP. There's your NBA first team. 2nd and 3rd, no Timberwolves. Defensive 1st and 2nd, no Timberwolves. Rookie 1st and 2nd, no Timberwolves. Where did we end up? Well, in the play-in. Alright, we've dipped a little bit. 42 and 40. Just not quite cutting it. Jaren Jackson Jr. is out with sprained right foot. Hate to see that. You didn't play enough games, so we don't really end up having 7 guys in double digits on the scoring. Alright. Rebounding leaders. You can see there. Got a lot of guys not happy with the with the team. So I guess our chemistry was really out of whack. I think we just have too many guys that... Yeah, it's maybe just not a well-rounded team. It's alright. Steals, right here. Block shots, right there. Now, I also think it's the tendencies from 2K, too. They don't update them. And that's a bit of a problem. Like, they should get updated as people progress. I wish there was a way to update those without manually having to tweak. That's really where the problem lies. Which is dumb, because, like, guys that shouldn't be getting mad about not shooting shouldn't be mad. But not saying that's any of these guys. Just saying, in general. Well, actually, except for Rocco Zakarsky. Anyways, we have the Pelicans, 8th seed. I worry about him. But other than that, the team's really not that scary. I mean, they have Queen. But other than, like I said, other than Peterson, it's not too crazy. Yeah, like I said, we don't have Jaren Jackson Jr. He's out. We lose the game. Okay. Lose by 20. So simulate this game. It's the Rockets. Boogie, Thompson, AJ, Joyce Jr. Okay. Hopefully we can win and get the 8th seed at least. I like to not... I hope we don't lose here. I really hope we don't. We don't. Okay, let's go. So at least we have a chance in the playoffs as an 8th seed to maybe have one more shot at winning a chip. It's going to go against the Mavericks, though. That's going to be not that easy. Now, Cooper Flagg's a 99. Now, the team is way different, though. As you can see, there's no Kyrie, no AD. Well, Kyrie's off the bench, I guess. Okay. So there's still Kyrie. No AD. Right, we gave them Embiid. Alright, game 1 against the Mavericks. We take the victory. Win by 2. So we clutched it out. Jaren Jackson Jr. is back. They win game 2 by 30. Game 3. They go up 2-1. Can we somehow make it 2-2? Alright, we lose by 1. It's not like we're getting blown out. We're just losing to a tough team. So we'll sim with Simcast. This could be the final game of the video here. Hopefully it's not. First quarter goes to Dallas. Second quarter also goes to Dallas. Can we have a great third quarter? Not a great third quarter. Not great enough. And then, yep, we end up losing. So unfortunately, only one chip, one NBA Cup to show. But, I mean, it's fine. I mean, we got the job done at least. It's just unfortunate. Yeah. Goodness. Look at all this. It's pretty balanced attack. It just wasn't enough. Edwards obviously tried to carry the load too. Zachary Shea played awful. I guess that wasn't quite the right move, unfortunately. Sometimes that happens. Things don't always work out our way. But we got the W in Season 1. Good. We got ourselves a championship. We got ourselves a NBA Cup. We have a Hawks and Mavericks finals, and Mavericks win. Cooper Flag finals MVP. With that all being said, let's go to the full screen and close out the video. Alright everybody, well that's going to be it for me. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like on it and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Comment down below some more videos. Go to our socials, play this like our channel and main channel down below in the description. If you could like their content for TJP. And like I had already mentioned, we only have 2 more teams left. We have the Pacers and the Thunder. Final 2 teams to do in these normal team rebuilds. And then after that, we've got our fantasy drafts. And then from there, other fun content. So for now, I bid you all farewell. I'm going to head out. Take care. We'll see you soon. And peace.